you were curious about the new LED can light system. So we were talking about that here for a second. So I ran in the back in the shop and grabbed a couple.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a couple different systems you can do here. So if you already have your can light in the ceiling, your recessed lighting, so this is now replaces the trim light and everything, and there's the light. And then what you do is you screw that into the light bulb,
Socket.
and then that plugs together. So you screw that in where the light bulb used to go, and then you just push this in. And then with these clips, sometimes you have to bend them back out because previous guys that installed them, these spring clips go in and it holds it up there. So then now it's just all flush. So there's,
nice. But that's a retro trim for a standard. Is that for a 6-inch can, the one you've got?
5s and 6s. They also make them for 4s.
Right.
So you can do this system right here, and this is Lithonia. I love working with these Lithonias.
Okay.
It is a Lithonia system. Also now, GM lighting is starting to come out with them, and GM lighting, they do all the tape LEDs and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So pricing wise, you're about, I don't know, $18 or something like that. So,
do you remember the original Crees we bought?
Yeah,
years ago?
please to hold.
So years ago, we bought these Cree lighting retrofits, and they were well over $100 a piece.
There we go.
So I was just saying, the ones we did originally were over $100 a piece.
Yes, these I paid $100. Look at the dust on that top of that thing.
Oh, you actually have one?
Yeah, I saved 2 of these. We used to pay $100, $110 a piece for these. Okay, so here's their first generation.
There you go.
And now see that right there? That's where you screwed it in, and this is what went up into the light fixture.
Yep.
So
to test mine, I put it over my kitchen sink.
Yeah.
And I sold that house, but it was on for 13 years.
Yeah. Okay. So now, this is generation 1.
Right.
Okay. Here's generation 2.
Right.
Okay.
And what's that one? That's a Lithonia.
This is the Lithonia LED. It is. Let me see if there's got a. And this is a 65 watt equivalent. It is rated for wet locations. It's a 2700K. I know you like the higher.
I like a little higher, so the color of light. That's a yellow or your normal cool light.
Us Northerners, we like a nice yellow soft light.
Yeah,
you Southerners down there like a brighter light. But and it's 750 lumens.
Okay, but no model number on the box.
That's what I was looking. E series. There is no model number. Oh wait, here we go. It is a 240W37.
All right. You know me, I'm all about numbers. I just like Googling that, and I'll have it in a heartbeat.
Yeah. Okay. So this is generation 2.
Right.
For your
so
LED.
We're actually talking about the 3rd generation, the flush mount.
Yeah. So now
or surface mount.
You don't have the can light yet. You don't have a space for it. So now what you do is you put in a wafer, and now this is your new wafer light. See that? It sits.
Oh, damn, that's just getting cut right into the drywall and spring into place?
Yes. So now, and then you see the spring clip here?
Yeah.
See that? So now what you do is you push this up. You cut your hole, you push these up, and we've got a hole saw that you put on the drill. So you just drill your hole. And it is now the thickness of your 5H drywall. So
even if I hit a truss.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, dude. Can you send me that? That's why I started researching it, because I put 150 can lights in a house is not unusual.
Yeah, it's not unusual
to have 150 cans in a house. Who makes that one?
So this is Lithonia also.
Oh, it got to be a box number.
I know. I'll get you one. So now you take your hole saw, you drill wherever. So you lay out your can lights in the ceiling, wherever you want them, and you just pop your holes. If you hit a ceiling joist, a floor joist, whatever, it doesn't matter. Ductwork doesn't matter because you just got this to go in.
As long as the tabs will clear it.
Yeah. Even I've done it where we've hit ductwork. So then I take some, because when you drill the hole, the pilot drill bit goes and punctures the ductwork. So then you put your foil tape on there. But then as you go in, you just go in like this, and then you slowly, as you're pushing it up in there, you get it to clip on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then you might need to run this off to the side. So now your driver, this is the driver piece, and this is where you actually wire it in. So you've got your knockouts, and then this just opens up.
So that would go, does that go up in the ceiling or
Yes.
in an alternate location?
Yeah, it goes into, it just goes in the ceiling, and then you've got little push tabs. I cut these off because I don't like them, and then I use a standard wire nut.
Oh, I got you.
Just because I don't, anything that's got a spring clip to hold the electrical wires, I don't like them because that spring can go bad after a while, and then.
Yeah, it happens on your car all the time.
Sure.
So
now.
Because everything's held together like that.
Yeah. So
now.
So
anyway, that you wire that box, you throw that box up in the ceiling.
Anywhere.
And then you connect that, and then you snap your so-called can light in the ceiling.
Yes. So then you would connect it like this.
Mm-hmm.
And now you've got this, you've got this range. I'll back up here. So you can see you've got 3 feet.
Yeah.
You've got 3 feet that you can put this anywhere.
Now, obviously, we have a benefit where I live of being able to use Romex.
Uh-huh.
So for us, all I'd have to do, and this is the logic why I'm asking about these, is that we actually pull our Romex right through the drywall, just have a whip hang down.
Sure.
Then we go back, figure out exactly centers on all our lights, but I can drill those, grab my Romex, put that together, throw the box up in the ceiling, and then if I can remove that, it still meets code then that it's still accessible through the can.
Correct. So you pop this down, this wafer light then comes out, and then this will fall down out of it. You can do whatever you need to do.
So do you put that on a short whip of Greenfield?
Yes.
Yes? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you can hardwire this if it's going to be close to a floor joist. You know exactly where it's going to be. You can it's got mounting screws on the back there. See, so you can screw that box in, and you just pipe it in there, and then just leave this hang down, if you know exactly where it's going to be, and then you can hook it up later. So
is
if you
the
want to
back
pipe
of
it,
that
you can.
insulated?
No.
The back of the light fixture. Does the trim ring have foam on it?
No, it is metal.
So it's not airtight.
It is technically no. It is not an airtight, but you would have to put. What we've done is put foam. You get the foam tape and just put the foam tape on there.
I'm just asking for that reason because and we do unvented roof structures, so our attics are part of the building envelope, so I don't need them to be sealed.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're in a cold climate, you definitely want to put the weather strip around that trim ring.
Sure. Yeah. So this is generation 3 now. You've gone from
model number off the box, please.
Okay. So then again, these are let's see, 1,000 lumens. These wafers are now 1,000 lumens.
Wow, that's 25% brighter than Gen 2.
Yes, and the 27K, which I like those better. You know how I like those.
And I'm sure it's available in 5 or 4.
Oh yeah, they come in a bunch of different ones. And then this one is a 261 LMR, Lima, Mike, Romeo.
There you go, dude. I got to check those out.
So yeah, it's amazing that this.
Since Robbie's not here, I got to ask, what's the approximate cost on that one?
These are right in that same range. These are $18 to $20.
No.
Yeah, I think they're
the whole thing.
The $20. Yeah, it's still you cannot buy a standard can light.
Can and an LED trim for that.
No, or a can and a regular bulb with a trim. You can't buy them. I mean, so Juno, Halo, they're all getting into these. But
so
Lithonia.
One last question: do you know if Lithonia's got those in square yet?
I think they do. Yes. If not, GM Lighting does for sure. I know. GM Lighting would be another really good one to look into if you like the square stuff.
Well, everything we're doing down here is modern transitional or coastal transitional.
Yeah.
Which is not modern like all this chrome and steel and straight, but it's sort of transitional. So it's a little softer, but we don't have anything round.
Okay.
So when you walk in there and you see round can lights in there, it's nasty.
Right. And now you can do a square because of the LED. So just go to our first ones. We paid $110 for these. Now we've got this for $20.
God, I love this industry.
And when was this? 15 years ago we did? 10 years ago?
Yes, 15. I was in that house 13.
Yeah, so there you go.
15 years at least.
Yeah. So now if you want a can light and you're doing basements, these things are awesome in basements. You just blast your holes wherever you want them, put in a light, you're done. You don't have to worry about floor joists, any layouts.
Well, except the cheap bastard used 3/8 drywall.
Oh, yeah, no, then you're probably going to have, you're going to have to make sure.
So do 5/8 drywall.
Yep.
Costs you a little bit more for the drywall, a couple dollars a sheet. But what you save on that lighting is huge.
Yeah, no, it is. And I think this 5/8 is generally, so this is, no, you'll get away with that 3/8, dude.
Really?
Yep. This is 3/8 thick from the back.
Of the spring clip.
From the back of the spring clip to that is 3/8 of an inch.
Wow.
But,
That's
now
crazy.
to get to the top of this one, you need 1.25 inches to clear this piece.
But again, in our case, what happens most of the times, we hit trusses or we sheeted the ceiling, with plywood to do a wood ceiling. So our cans can get buried, or we use a lot of remodel cans or something like that.
Yeah.
But that's actually really great. So does that what's the maximum thickness? Does it say on the box? Probably 1.25 inches, right?
Yeah. I don't know.
Because it would go to the top. Where's the fulcrum of the spring?
So
So wherever the spring,
you could easily, you could easily get 2 inches in there. Even 3. I just stretched it out to 3. And this is spring. This is springing.
Yeah,
tight.
so that's what I'm saying. If you hold that spring at a 90, what is it from the lip to the spring? Well, if you do it at a 90, now you're at a 180.
That's okay. That, even though we're holding it there, you're still at 2.5, 3 inches. At 90, you're an inch, 1.25 inches.
Okay, so that's what I was getting at. So 1.25 inches to that fulcrum, that point would be huge, because typically you'll do a 1/2 inch plywood for a ceiling, and then 3/4 inch tongue and groove, something like that for the decorative.
Right.
So there's your 1.25 inches, and that'll easily lock into an 1.25 inch ceiling.
Oh yeah, no problem. No problem at all. I've done double drywall with it. I've done drywall over plywood. You just like I said, you just drill your hole wherever you want it. It's really,
that is awesome. And
really nice product.
Yeah, my distributors, the break I get, I'm going to order a couple of those for my project I'm working on here at home.
Yeah, we
get those tested.
We keep 100 of these in stock back in the shop at all times. I order them by the 100, and the same with these wafers now. Now that they came out with the wafers, we keep 100 of those back there, because you go to a house, you'll throw 20 or 30 in no time at all.
So here's the other side of this. People don't realize that because they're LED, they're only pulling 8 watts each. You put 100 in there, you get 800 watts. That's the equivalent of 8 old can lights.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So you can put 100 in place of 8.
Yes. And the important
thing,
both of these second generation and these wafers are dimmable, so you can dim them, but
electronic dimmer. You mean?
Yeah, you need a dimmer made for the LED lighting though.
Right. That's awesome.
So there you go.
Well, thanks for all the help, Mr. Ron.
Hey man, that's what we're here for. That's what we're recording this stuff for. So
now you got to put an in and an out on it.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm just gonna let this gun go raw, and we'll throw it right up on the YouTube channel. Buddy.
Beautiful, because they're probably better that way anyway.
That's right. So there you go. Okay, little quick lighting. I don't know if you call that a lesson or.
That's an update.
That's lighting update right here, live
awesome.
on Mighty House. Okay, cool. All right, we're out of here.
Thanks for watching.
Yep.